What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AUTOBAHN. My name is Max, and today we've got another viewer's car. This is Ben's BMW X5 50e, and it is also the first time that we are checking out the facelifted version of the X5, which I think has been a very successful facelift. I think it's a handsome car. So today I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a look at some of the changes for the facelift. And then, of course, we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Now, this car really, especially in the Netherlands and in Belgium and I think in Germany as well, because it's a plug-in hybrid, you get a lot of tax breaks basically. And that means that it is a very, very popular car. You see them a lot. Well, the 45e, of course, the predecessor of this car. You see those a lot. And for good reason, because it's an amazing car and it's not that expensive, relatively speaking, because you have a plug-in hybrid and the CO2 emissions are low. But they are also available in the US now, the 50es. And that is because it is just a very, very good proposition in general. Tax breaks aside, it is just a very good car. So at the front, we've got an M package car. That means, or M Pro package or whatever. That means that you get this part all in black. This like mouth is all black. There are different packages for this car, and that all changes, the bumper and the colors and so on, all that changes with those packages. So you can go for like a little bit more of an off-road look, or you can go for a little bit more of a sporty look like this. Ben also installed a couple of nice M Performance goodies in carbon fiber. He's also getting the front splitter and this part in carbon fiber, which is nice. We've got a matte black grille here, and the headlights have changed for the facelift, so you've got those arrow-shaped daytime running lights, and the headlight itself is a bit slimmer. The entire unit is a bit slimmer, and altogether it's quite square. Quite an aggressive car for like a regular. It's not an M car, right? It's just a 50e, but it's quite aggressive looking. It's a black car with everything in black as well, so that also makes it kind of mean. We've got these Continental Eco Contact 6 tires, which is a shame. 275s at the front, so that is quite large, and then 22-inch wheels with quite large M Sport brakes behind that. Big disc, but not perforated or anything like that. Air suspension all around. We've got carbon fiber on the side there, that is M Performance. This is just spec'd from the factory. Shadow line, so all black, black roof rails. Little spoiler by M Performance as well here. And then at the rear, the exhaust integrated into the bumper. Carbon fiber diffuser. And you can see the exhaust very well in there. Hello. Don't know why I said hello to the exhaust, but anyway. Okay, let's take a look, because this is what we are interested in most. We do have a different rear light design, of course. So you have this split thing that is now like 3D, as you can see. Yeah. Again, with the triangles, I don't know what the hell BMW is up to with those triangles everywhere on every new car, but okay. Here we go. So this is the latest version of the B58. It's called the B58 B30 M2 or TU2, I think. And it has 380 horsepower and 520 Newton meters of torque. They changed the intake manifold and they changed the turbo. It's a bit bigger now, and that is why it delivers 380 horsepower, 520 Newton meters. But you also get assistance, of course, from an electric motor. You've got a 25.7 kilowatt hour battery pack now, and that means that you've got a 110 kilometer all electric range, which is quite impressive. And from the 45es, we know that you can get very close to the factory claims, but also it means that you have 489 horsepower and 700 Newton meters of torque, which means that you have almost 100 horsepower more than the 45e. So that is a big, big update for this facelift, basically, which is nice. Yeah, lovely engine, B58, one of the best out there. So let's check out the interior, because we've got some new stuff here as well. So we've got the iDrive 8, of course, with the new double screen, and then you have this like bar in the middle with this hideous X5 thing that lights up. As you can see, it's like blue now, but if you go to sport mode, it turns red. Yeah, I mean, we're not 5, but it's there. And you also, you know, don't have any buttons there anymore, which is a shame. Apparently they're coming with iDrive 8.5 soon, which is going to have a lot of shortcut buttons on the screen. So that should at least help with the fact that, you know, the system just takes too many actions to do one thing, while with buttons it's just one button, click, that's it. Now Ben literally said this to me: if I want to turn on my girlfriend's heated seat on the right, I have to go into the menu and then go all the way to the right, and then 1, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of 1. Literally 1 instead of 5, because with BMW it was always like 1 click is all the way on and not like 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that is stupid. Don't like that. I do feel like the SUVs could have used this big screen setup from the get-go, because it felt a bit, I don't know, a bit too small. But I don't like the lack of buttons, but it seems like they are going to change that. Carbon fiber on the center console here, on the dash as well. This is quite a nice piece here with that angle. This angle here, I quite like that. It just runs into those creases. That is super nice. Carbon fiber pedal shifters as well. And then we've got individual leather, super soft, nice stitching. It's a very nice car. It's so spacious, and yeah, it's a good car. It's an amazing daily, this. So if we start it up, it goes into electric mode, and then because we are in sport, we get some engine as well. You actually have a nice 6-cylinder sound. What really cool about this is that if you rev it, you can actually hear the turbo really loud. The turbo sound is really loud. You can hear that wastegate, the blow off is quite loud, which is cool. I like that. And the sound is quite deep as well of the 6-cylinder, which is also nice. So let's head out for a drive. So we still have the ZF 8-speed, of course, linked to that engine, and yeah, let's find out what it feels like, because even though it's not really an M car, it is a fast car. And it feels quick. You've got, you know, that turbo 6-cylinder and that electric motor working together to give you some proper performance. 4.8 seconds, 0 to 100. And we did 4.66. So that is pretty impressive. I'll show you guys launch control as well, which we are going to do with live vehicle. Great system. So sport for the gearbox, traction mode, and then we can look at the turbo pressure over there. Keep my foot down, full throttle. We're looking for 0.5 bar there. There we go, release. That is a quick launch. So that is quite handy, that you can actually look at the screen to determine when you have to release for the launch control. 4.6 should be possible, which is quite quick for a plug-in hybrid X5. Also, I quite like, as I said, the sound is a bit deep. I quite like that. I don't know if it's all natural of that, or that they are actually getting something in here through the speakers, but I like it. It sounds different compared to other B58s, and that is nice. Found some triangles again, but actually if you look at like the first generation X5M, the E70, did 4.7 seconds. So this is the same as that. A plug-in hybrid X5 regular, you know, lease car basically is as fast as the first generation X5M, which is pretty amazing. So the air suspension in sport mode, you definitely feel that it is a bit more firm, that they try to give you a bit more feedback. But it's not really sporty or anything, right? It's just the steering is quite dead, but it does what you want it to do. It's just, you know, it's not an M car, so it's not really sporty driving or anything like that. Something, of course, BMW kind of got famous for when they introduced their first generation X5, that the car actually drove like a car instead of an SUV. But it is quick. So onto the Autobahn, you can actually feel when you hit the throttle, then you immediately have that like electric boost. Okay. Well, that's not bad for a tire that has the word eco in it. But before we hit the Autobahn, I just want to tell you about today's sponsor, which is Petrol Vibes. We've got the F12 on the wall here. As you can see, we have used it to dress our workshop. It looks absolutely stunning. I love a good silhouette of a car, and you can buy this too at petrolvibes.com. It is made from 2mm thick steel. They laser cut that. You can even have one custom made of your own car if they don't have it in stock already. So go check out petrolvibes.com. They have a lot of cool cars. They've got motorcycles as well. And if you use the code AUTOBAHN10, you get a 10% discount on your very own Petrol Vibes silhouette. Go check it out and enjoy the video. Okay, so full throttle onto the Autobahn. Top speed limited at 250 kilometers an hour, of course, which we're going to find out if that is the case. 100 to 200, we also measured that, which was a very impressive 12.95 compared to the outgoing X5 45e, which did 16.3 around that, which is seriously impressive. So that is a big bump. Of course, it is a big bump in power as well. So this is 250, 251, it won't go any faster, which is also 250 kilometers an hour GPS. So not like with some BMW models recently that are not really doing their top speed. I don't know why they changed it again. So this is basically a GPS speedo now. But it has no trouble getting up there. Brakes are pretty good as well. Not bad. But it is such a nice car. It's comfy, it's smooth. You get a nice little hit through the drivetrain when you shift in sport mode. It just loves to do high-speed cruising apparently, because that is too easy. So let's hit manual. Let's do a 7th gear pull. Oh, that is way. There's so much torque from that electric motor. Okay, 8th gear. Full throttle, 700 Newton meters. Yeah, that just picks up. That is very good. Very good indeed. That is a benefit of that electric motor. You always have that initial boost in torque. You always just go. Doesn't really matter in which gear you are, you just have it. So if you look at its big brother of the last generation, the heck? So the X5 M70i pre-facelift, it did an 11.28 second, and this did 12.95. So that is very, very close, super impressive. That car, of course, is no longer here. It is now called an M60i. Probably because this is now a 50e. So yeah, in 10 years we're going to have like M350i, because they're just running out of numbers at this rate. But anyway, lovely car, really enjoyed driving it. Thank you, Ben. Have a good holiday. Thank you for taking your car to us. They are now starting to be delivered, so I expect to see a lot of these, because it is an amazing proposition. The value of these things is just, they are relatively affordable, and they offer so much comfort, practicality, speed. It's got it all. So amazing car. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video on the right or this playlist on the left. See you at the next one. Bye.